or you can get with that. I think you'll get with this, cause this is where it's at.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for joining. We are here to do another reaction to Chicago 25 or 6 to 4. I am very well of the group Chicago. I don't know a lot of their songs, but I'm really interested to check this one out. This song came out in August. Well, it was released in June of 1970, but it was recorded in August of 1969. So I'm ready to get into it. Phenom 202, what say you?
Phenom 202, D-Day representative. We do have a Chicago song on the channel. Hard for me to say I'm sorry. One of the biggest songs from the 80s, a slow song. But everybody in the comments was like, no, y'all need to go back to the 70s. That's the real Chicago. So we're going back. They offered up this song, so we're about to do it. So what say you, O?
I'm just doing my Chicago. That shit, we going to Chicago. I had a black hoodie. I got black Air Force Ones on and all that shit. We ready. I'm ready for Chicago.
Ready to be in these streets. Okay.
It's cold out there.
I watched the news and they about to, yeah, it's cold out there. Yeah, they cold hearted. No, let me stop. Let me stop. You listen to too much news, you be like, Chicago's the worst city where everybody's getting murdered every day. But nah, from what I hear, Chicago's a great city. Honestly, they say Chicago sometimes is like the best city in the world. But I don't even know if Chicago's from Chicago, but I just like make a shot rack. Yeah, but yeah, let's get into it, man. People have been saying this is a hit. Well, I have to say it's a hit. It's a classic. So let's go see if it really is classic.
Chicago is from Chicago.
Oh, there you go. Well, there you go.
Okay, there you go. All right, well, let's do this in 3, 2, 1, go. Hey, everyone. Join our Patreon community
and get access to early releases,
behind-the-scenes updates, exclusive content, and more.
Your support helps us keep creating amazing videos just for you.
Be part of our journey and help us reach new heights.
You can get with this, or you can get with that. I think you'll get with this, cause this is where it's at.
I think the last video I had a bad bull strip.
Waiting for the break of day.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh.
That was a good
Wow.
one. That was a good one.
That was fantastic. I'm telling you right now, if I was a superhero, this would be my superhero music.
Yeah,
This shit
I can
was
see that.
fire, yo.
Yeah.
Everything about this, I love the way the horns, the music, the guitar, the beat, the tempo. I could have. This is so fit. I'm putting this on my list. I fucking love this song. I
Mhm.
love everything about it, man. It is so good. I don't know how they can with that beat. It's so good. The horns, oh man, the trombones, whatever. I love this song. I'm geeking out about it
Yeah, it's
because
fire.
if I was a superhero, this would be my superhero music, man. I love it, man. Chicago, damn, phenom.
I mean, you can definitely hear like the superhero tones in it. Know what I'm saying? What I really liked about the song is it was fast. Then the tempo switched on the hook. It
Yes.
slowed down, picked it up. Peter Cetera, the lead singer, great. One thing I will say is when people in the comments, they were like, when we did Hard For Me to Say I'm Sorry, they were like, that's not the real Chicago. Go back to listen to this. Like in the 80s, they reinvented themselves to fit in with the times, the MTV crowd.
Yeah.
I appreciate going back to the 70s and listening to how their music was prior to that MTV revolution. This is music. Like this
Yes.
sounds like it sets itself apart from what's in the 70s. That's what I liked about the 70s. Stuff really didn't sound the same. Like everybody, you knew who had different sounds. You know what bands made those sounds. This one stuck out a lot to me. And though I agree, this was a great song. So what say you? Oh,
No, it's a great song, man. I definitely fucks with it. Chicago did the thing on this. I mean, really, I mean, the song like this is definitely like to me like a jam session. Like the lyrics is like whatever, you know. This lyrics. I mean, honestly, when I read it, the lyrics at first it was 25 or 64. I was thinking 64 or 25, but really it's 25 or really 26 to 4. The songs about him writing the lyrics late at night close to 4. Like they said they completed at 3:34 a.m. So 26 minutes to 4. So it's 25 or 26 to 4. But really it's not even about the lyrics because the lyrics is like, I mean, not just a trash. I mean, it's like whatever. The song is just about them. How they just want something to say. It was catchy, and I ain't the lie, it's catchy though. I like that 25 sitting on the floor, 25 or 6 to floor. You know what I mean? So it definitely played into it. But no, the song is definitely fire, man. Everything about this song, I mean, I have no complaints about it, man.
I was reading here on the
I guess
interwebs.
the lyrics is my complaint, but besides that, I mean, but I didn't really care about that, Like the song, the switch ups were all fire, all fire.
Oh, most definitely.
So I was reading here on the interwebs, and they said that this song 25 or 6 to 4 has become a popular song amongst marching bands and is the #1 marching band song of all time.
Dog,
And
I heard it starting the Macy's parade. That's what I
yeah. It's definitely one of the biggest marching band songs of all time, and a lot of HBCUs perform this song. So
I can see
Jackson
it because
State,
it allows different people to get off. Like, you know what I mean? It allows the different sections that they you horns, you can get off. You drums, you can get
the
off. Like, you know what I
drums.
mean? Like, everybody can get off. So I could definitely see that.
Yeah. It is listed as one of the top 20 songs done by HBCU bands, and it listed as number 7 in the top 20. But this is fantastic. I freaking love this song. Like I can listen to this again and jam so hard. It is fantastic. Fantastic. The lyrics, like you're saying, Ali, it doesn't have, it's not heavy lyrical, but it works with this song.
Yeah.
So I don't have any
Liza
complaints.
feather lyric. It's just
Yeah. But I love this. I love this. I'm really curious how it charted though. Looks like, wait a minute, it was number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100. So it's top 5. Okay. It did very well. Number 2 in Canada, number 8 in the Netherlands. So it did very well in the top 10 in a lot of countries, even France. And so yeah, it did fairly well. So shout out to Chicago, man. This class 1970.
Yeah.
1969, the song was recorded.
Not to give Chicago signed. I gotta have some pushback on Phenom. He's like, yo, 70s, everybody was different. No, that shit. I know we don't heard songs from here. I'll be like, yo, this shit is the disco era. Motherfuckers sound.
I mean,
like,
disco is different.
I mean, it ain't just disco. It's all this shit. All music, like once something's a hit, you don't have all the copycats. Like, I mean, even the hip hop, like every era of hip hop, we could do the same thing. Like, of course, you got the standouts, but like when you go back to when you go back to like what stood out, you don't have the best of the bunch. But nah, we listen to a lot of songs up here. It's a lot of these 70 songs sound the same.
I disagree.
We have good songs out. We have good songs out the 70s. We have bad songs out the 70s. You know, everybody got your hits. Because I mean, just because it's a hit, don't mean it was a great song. But
no, I agree with that. But I think, like, to my ear, I'm starting to notice the difference between the sounds of the different groups. Like I said, at this one, only similarity I can kind of see, maybe roundabout.
I mean, but I would say this song stood out. I mean, for someone, because it's a good song, it stood out. But I'm just saying, just in general, yo, more shit changed, the more it stays the same, yo. Like, you can be like, oh, every era had like a bunch of different shit. I mean, it's different shit going on right now that people don't know about because they ain't hits.
Yeah,
like I don't know. I don't know.
Right.
I just know what works, they copy. And guess what?
That's every era. I think
if we go through these top 10 lists for the 70s, there's gonna be a lot of songs that sound a lot the same.
I mean, but maybe we need to do that because I haven't heard anything that sounds so similar. I'm like,
nigga, the whole disco era is the same.
I mean, disco's different. Everybody uses the same.
Well, you can't be like it's different. There's a whole era. There's a whole. It has an ERA after it.
But you know, an era.
They literally say a disco era.
But because they say disco multiple years, like 2-3 years. Disco is only around 3 years. No, for real. It wasn't that long of a era of music. Like I said, it was a lot of music, but it was like a flash in the pan genre of music. Yeah, it might have been out like 5 years at the most, like from 75 to like 78 or 80.
That's a half.
I don't even know if it was even 78. I think it was 72 to 77. I think that was it.
But that in totality.
It rolled into the 80s. Like, y'all act like disco ain't ride into the 80s.
It did.
It did not.
It died. It died in the
Saturday Night Fever. Saturday Night Fever's in the 70s.
76, 77, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Disco era, it was like a flash in the pan.
Hold on, I'm about to look up the disco era.
Yeah. So what say you, Corey? Are you starting to see the distinction between different bands? Like, or do you?
I mean, you can see the distinction, but it's. I mean, I just said. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, you know, what I do is what I noticed in all the songs from the 70s, the similarity is the listening to a band. Like everybody has that similarity of a band playing and jamming out much longer than the songs of today. That's what I found out similar. But the difference in that is how they jam, how they sing, how they put their percussions and things together. And this Chicago one, from what I see, it was horn heavy. Led Zeppelin is not horn heavy, you know, like, you know, you can listen to other, at least this is, I'm just going off this song, but this song was very horn heavy. So I would have to listen to other Chicago songs to see if they fall into the same realm as other songs.
I mean, we listen to the best of that era. What I'm saying is, it's a lot of songs. You could be like, Led Zeppelin wasn't horn heavy, but Led Zeppelin sounds like Deep Purple. It sounds like, so, like, these songs, they similar because what hits, they don't copy. And I was looking, I'm trying to find like a more joint because most of the people just say the disco era is from 1970 to 1980. I'm trying to find a more
concise. I don't
concise, but I'm just in general though. Like, I mean, you could be like, yeah. I mean, we listen to the best of the best. Right. What I'm saying is, when we listen to the ones that's not the best of the best, they sound like bad ripoffs of the best of the best. So to be like everybody was different, yeah, that's all my thing was like, no, everybody's not different. It's the music industry is the music industry from the beginning of time. If somebody's got a hit, we don't copy it. Yeah. In the NFL, if somebody starts motherfucking throwing the passes on it and winning, guess what? We don't copy. In the NBA, if somebody's shooting a bunch of threes, they winning, we don't copy. Like everything is copy. Of copy.
Well, I mean, my thing is this: like, I think my ears started to develop. Like, I can tell the difference between a Sabbath, a Zeppelin, or a Pink Floyd. I can tell their musical styles. Like this one, they don't sound like none of them from the 70s. I think there was more of a choice of band. Now, like, we have a much bigger formula than ever in music, I think. Like, I think record companies, they really, really hone in on, if this is a hit, everybody needs to do it until nobody can do it anymore. I think it's more prevalent now than it was back then.
The reason the disco era died was because every song that came out was a disco song.
I mean, we talked about the disco era already.
But every era, we can go through every era. It's gonna be this shit died because they beat it into the ground. Like that's what they do.
But I think rock's technology has changed. Because we don't have too many bands like this.
We can agree to just disagree,
like I said, you're different than mine, So we'll let the comments speak, like we always do,
Yeah, I mean, people also agree with you because they all got their nostalgia, It's just like hip hop. People are like, hip hop was so great in the 90s. There's a lot of garbage shit in the 90s.
There was garbage everywhere.
Yeah, exactly, It is be like people just copy whatever was hot.
But we ain't talking about them. Like we know the difference between. It's like saying Nas sound different than Jay-Z, Biggie sound different than Nas, Mobb Deep sound different. Yeah, but we have bands or groups that try to sound like them, but they ain't them.
But that's
so it's gonna always be copycat.
Maybe that's what I just think. I agree with you there, and I think that's where I just take key when you was like, "Yo, the '70s, everybody sound different." No, everybody ain't sound different.
I meant to say all the ones that made it to the mainstream that came on the radio. You can tell the difference between their sounds.
I didn't say all the mainstream. I say all the best. Like just because you was on the radio, it's plenty of motherfuckers that made radio hits that I have never heard of. Corey's never heard of. You might have heard of them, but we don't listen to plenty of radio hits, and they all like nah. I mean, but I'm a hater, so that's just what it is.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Like people might agree. They might say, "Hey, you're right. It does sound similar."
It's gonna be 1 or 2. It's gonna be 1 or 2 with me. Everybody else.
Well, look, if you guys have enjoyed. Excuse me. If you guys have enjoyed this discussion, sorry. Oh boy, I'm sorry. That was I've been drinking too much water. If you guys have enjoyed this discussion, please hit that like button, share, and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join our Patreon and as well join our channel of membership. You can just go hit that join button right beside the subscribe button. And other than that, we will get into a much bigger debate as far as when disco started and when disco ended on the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Corey Rodas, Phenom 202 Hollywood DA, and we'll be back with another reaction. Bye.
You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you